Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Play 1, and Prescott to the air. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Now Prescott. Drops it to Blue, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Ready.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go. 77 Wolf.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Donovan Ezeraku able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay,
Clock
ready.
rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Get it.
Off the play fake, Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Daniels from the gun on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Pickens going in motion left. Prescott now. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing. Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
60.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And running with power here. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go now.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Back.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I feel something. 26.
Prescott off play action. He's got this to Pickens. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
60 by. Come on. Ready.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Daniels going to throw for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
19 tight.
To throw is Daniels. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
To the air goes Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Bronco 80. Let go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
There we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Ready, ready.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready, go. Ready.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Now a run here off the up. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
24-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Warren, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
46.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cowboys 21, Commanders 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Come on, 19, Sergeant.
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check out.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
9-yard line, second and 6. Now Daniels. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On the give, it's Warren. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Cougar 19.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go on 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Prescott now. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They'll throw again. Prescott. He hits Blue. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Hey, kill. Yeah, really good.
Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw is Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. And again, it's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Prescott to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Commanders 14. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, trying to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Daniels. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Commanders first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw is Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready up.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Come on, set.
Warren is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
19 Tiger. 60 Eagles. 6.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing after the interception. Daniels in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Daniels looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Daniels going to throw for it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Here we
The
go.
Commanders will line up for the
Hawk
two-point
70.
conversion.
Hawk 70.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Cowboys 35. Commanders 20.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go with Blue between the tackles. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get it. 6.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Nearly picked off.
He's got McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And a Commanders
First and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you, but you definitely aren't looking to give up plays like that. They still got the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here in the final minute.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah. Now
you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
27.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here.